girlfriend read that next bit. No, I'm only kidding.
Really?
I'll taste it in a second. Early this evening, a special piece of artwork was unveiled at the office of the Big Issue in Edinburgh. Local artist Karen Bates has produced a portrait of every Big Issue vendor in the city, and the collection of over 40 was unveiled a short time ago by Edinburgh rugby star Michael Allen.
We're about to find out more, but first, let's see the faces. Rebecca Pringle, Outreach Sales Worker at the Big Issue, is here to tell us more. Welcome along.
Thank you.
And I know it's going to sound like a silly question, but there might be some people out there who are not fully aware of what the Big Issue is. What is it again?
So the Big Issue is a social enterprise which works with people who are homeless, vulnerably housed or facing poverty or deprivation. So they come to us and they buy the magazine for £1.25 and then they sell it to the public for £2.50. So they're earning a profit and a legitimate income. The office also helps with sort of support needs, so if they need to access anything from schools, skill building, addictions, anything like that, we can help with that and refer people on.
So tell us the story behind the pictures that we just saw.
Okay, so about a year ago I won a raffle prize from Super Saturday, which is a local soup kitchen, and it was a portrait sitting. And I wasn't too fussed on getting one of myself, so I got in touch with the artist and I thought, how can I convince her to do one or two of the vendors? Anyway, she came to us and she had this great vision in mind of a massive portrait of 49 of our vendors.
Wow.
And that's really how it came about.
Just like, and that was her idea?
Yeah, she was totally up for it, and it was all in her spare time. So it was individual portraits of all of the vendors and the 4 members of staff.
So how many are all in it, and are they all from Edinburgh?
Yeah, so there's 49 vendors, and all of those vendors sell in either the city centre in Edinburgh or all the way from Musselburgh, North Berwick to Galashiels.
So is it one big portrait with all their faces on it?
So it's a grid-like system.
Got
so
you.
they've got the individual portraits, and Karen had said that it's in a grid system that you would represent CEOs and important people in.
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
to show their equality and that they're no different from you and I.
Oh, lovely. So what do the vendors think about this? Have they seen?
Yeah, so
the
just
pictures?
tonight we've come from the Unveiling event, which was fantastic, and it was the first time they'd seen it, and it was an absolutely amazing response. You know, it was they couldn't believe what they were seeing, and each vendor have got an individual portrait to take away themselves, and there was a lot of emotion actually around it. A few vendors were getting quite emotional at seeing it, so it was a really great event.
Yeah, we've heard there's quite a sad story related to this as well.
Yeah, so as well as being a great tribute to the vendors who worked so hard throughout the year, 2 of the vendors who were featured in it sadly passed away before it was completed. So John, who worked in the Meadows, and Bob in Brunsfield, they were massive parts of the community, passed away, and this is a great tribute to them. And a great memorial. That's
So a lot of emotion tonight surrounding the unveiling and those 2 that are no longer with us. Was it a long process, and were all the vendors up for it?
Yeah, everyone was up for it. It was about a year ago that I won the prize, and over the last sort of 6 months that Karen had been doing this. But the photos were actually taken from their badges,
Right.
so every vendor wears a badge.
They didn't pose in the artist's room or anything like that. No.
So if you see a vendor selling, they'll have a badge on,
Yeah.
and it was taken from that photo. So it was quite a surprise for them to see it as well.
So just briefly, what happens to the portraits now? Where do they go, and can people see them?
Yeah, so it's in our office. So we're on Queensferry Street. It's really local. It'll stay there as a lasting memorial for the vendors. But each vendor does get a wee portrait to take away as well.
How lovely, what lovely memories.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Rebecca.
you.
That
No
is
problem.
superb. Really good. Thank you so
Thanks.
much. That's us for tonight. We hope you've had a terrific Tuesday evening. I know I have.
Yes, lovely Tuesday evening. There's plenty more on the show tomorrow. Everything from a kora, it's a musical instrument by the way, to Kirkcaldy Cinema. But to play us out, here is Viper Swing with I Found a New Baby. Good night, have a lovely Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, we're going to have more duck.